Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today, we're going to go way back to 1992. That's right. If you were a kid back in those days, or an adult, I guess, and you went to a rental place, there's a there's a pretty good chance you're looking for one of the latest VHS tapes. That latest VHS tape was the greatest grudge matches, right? 92. Now, the reason why this is kind of cool is because once again, Mattel has knocked it out of the park as far as not only presentation of the actual wrestling figures, but the packaging itself. This right here is an Amazon exclusive. If you're interested, go to Amazon.com. I think you might be able to pick it up at Side Collectibles too, maybe. You can try there. Right now, they're doing a lot of their holiday sale stuff, so you may want to go ahead and try that too. Once again, ringsidecollectibles.com. Now, as you can see right here, it's made to look like the old VHS tape. So not only did you have that, but you also have that glamour shot on the side. But on the back of it, you see how it looks like the old VHS. Right here in this little box right here is where they would have like the rundown of the matches that are supposed to be on it, or a little blurb of what the actual VHS was supposed to be about. So give me just a second. We're going to read that. It says, featuring Ultimate Edition Papa Shango and Ultimate Warrior action figures, recreating authentic entrance poses, epic mid-match comebacks, and signature finisher moves in ultimate realistic detail with advanced articulation and multiple swappable parts. Now, again, as you can see this, the focus is obviously the Ultimate Warrior and Papa Shango. Now, one of the cool things I love about this, as far as the actual wrestlers go, is that we have seen these two in a 2-pack before. It was a Target exclusive, I believe, during their, like, I want to say it was like the Hall of Fame era toy line. But we have had these figures. This time, though, it's going to be the Ultimate Edition. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the box the rest of the way. Let's pull this bad boy out. Now, kind of disappointing because the last time that they did something similar to this, like they had it inside of another box that made it look, I don't know, a little bit different. This one right here, all you're doing is you're getting the two Ultimate Editions like that. I mean, it's cool. I'm glad that they went with that outside box art, but I mean, at the end of the day, though, also, I would have liked to seen a little bit more. Mattel did a great job with that. Once again, did a great job with that. Me just wouldn't be needy. I wish I would have seen more with the secondary box instead of just two Ultimate Editions. So, but as you can see, like I said, Ultimate Edition Papa Shango, Ultimate Edition Ultimate Warrior. As you can see, we're doing that. I got my Ultimate Warrior hoodie on, so, you know, seemed fitting. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start with the actual Ultimate Warrior. Now, 92, this is after the, well, I would say it's like either right after or during the steroid scandal. So this is actually when Ultimate Warrior slimmed way down, and that's when that whole theory of, is it the real Ultimate Warrior, or is it a fake one? So this is a little bit smaller Ultimate Warrior at that time than what you would normally see, but unfortunately, I am not seeing it as far as in this inside the package being that way. It looks like just another Ultimate Warrior body being slapped around. Ultimate Warrior has a lot of different face paints, so they changed up the head because of the face. Let's look at this inside here. I'm going to open up the upper part of it because, as you know, there's usually like a little Easter egg wording at the top and at the bottom. So let's open that up and see if that holds true with this. Now, as you can see, these are individually wrapped. So if there is like a Mattel, you might be able to just get the Ultimate Warrior or just get Papa Shango, depending on your preference. On the bottom, it says, "Speak to me, warriors." And then on the other one, "Fear the land that my warriors walk upon." Once again, a bunch of crazy stuff that the Ultimate Warrior used to say. Give me a second. I'm going to see if I can use a little bit of my voodoo to get these guys out. Wow, look at that. I'm pretty good. What can I say? What can I say? All right. So, just looking at the actual body of the Ultimate Warrior, you can see the hot dog tan that you normally see Hulk Hogan in is very, very high in demand also in the Ultimate Warrior. The thing I love about the Ultimate Edition figures, they are very, very posable. They don't get, to me, they don't seem very loose. So, like, yes, it's a little bit looser than what a regular elite figure is, but it's not like it's dangling and things. So I really like that. Um, the leg doesn't stay up very well, but it's all good. But looking at the actual figure itself, I think this is the first time they went with this type of tassels for his legs. So that is pretty cool. Usually it's like hard and like painted on almost. So it's supposed to give the resemblance of having the tassels that he would normally come running out to. Like I said, thinned down, more leaner of the muscular area when it comes to the Ultimate Warrior of what we're used to seeing. A lot more color. I do like the color of this. He does come with multiple heads. Now, kind of give you a breakdown of what this whole feud and grudge match was, is Papa Shango hexed the Ultimate Warrior. So the Ultimate Warrior was in the middle of an interview. He had this sweet jacket, which is a legitimate jacket on, right? And he had it on, and that was like one of the very first times we saw the Ultimate Warrior actually kind of covered up. So it was kind of weird that way. But he had this because this head right here, and it's going to be kind of hard to see. See which camera angle we got. See how his head's kind of like all black and stuff? Well, compared to this head right here, where it's all nice and blue, like aqua blue and stuff. Well, what happened was is that he was inking his forehead and making it look like his paint and ink was coming out of his head. So that was one of the things that Papa Shango would do is he would hex the Ultimate Warrior, start shaking him and doing that, and then whenever he got to the back, they were trying to save him, and all of a sudden he starts spewing like big, like almost the exorcist style puke, vomiting. So it's kind of cool. He does come with the three heads. Number one, he comes with the pre-inked head, him smiling head, which for whatever reason mine is pretty loose. So I'm hoping that's not with every Ultimate Warrior head, because this is almost a bobblehead. This is almost comical that he's on there. And then we have the inked head. So comes with that. Comes with the. Sorry, I have to get this on here and see, because if that's not going to make me very happy as far as the looseness of the actual head. Yeah, I'm not happy with that, Mattel. I'm not happy. That's two different heads now. That his head is like a bobblehead on that. So, and it's in there. I'm not happy about that. Not for what you spend on an Ultimate Edition. He can't look you straight in the eye because his head keeps falling down. Yeah, I'm not happy about that. But three different head sculpts right there. You do get this jacket. This is an actual jacket that you used to be able to buy, at the souvenir shops, the magazines, and that kind of stuff. So that's true to the 1992 era jacket. So I like that. And then he does come with his mic holding hands, and then he comes with his open hands. But these are different than the normal open hands. These are almost like getting ready to body slam somebody hands, like he's holding them up to throw them down. And then he comes with two pointing fingers, right? So, and that's cool. I really like that. Those are more for the entrances, because he used to like point up to the heavens whenever he was running down the aisle. The only thing that I wish that they would have had, and you can use this because they've had a ton of the Ultimate Warriors, but I think he needed to have fist hands too. Microphone, most of the time he was never holding the microphone. He always had somebody who was commentating or announcing. They would hold it for him, and then he would say his deranged stuff. But when he wrestles, he definitely uses his punches. He is not a he's not a catch and catch cam type wrestler. So I wish they would have done the fist. I wish they would fix the head too. So let's look at Papa Shango. Hopefully, we have better luck. This is the one that I'm pretty excited about because of the different accessories. You don't get a whole lot of Papa Shangos. Now, the thing about Papa Shango is we all know that he ends up becoming the Godfather. Godfather's character is hugely popular. It's a lot more popular than the Papa Shango back in that time. I would say even now. But I like this. I believe, if I remember correctly, he was modeled off of the Live and Let Die voodoo guy from the James Bond movie. So, I'm a huge James Bond person too. So, I'm here for that. But let me open up this top part. Let's see what it says on the top and the bottom. It says Voodoo Curse at the top, and on the bottom it says Beware of Papa Shango. So on the back it says Ultimate Warrior got Papa Shango in Papa Shango's way, so Ultimate Warrior had to pay. After Ultimate Warrior celebrated a victory, Papa Shango put on a diabolical curse on him to break his mind, body, and spirit. Truly, the master of voodoo proved that nobody is immune to his dark magic. There you go. Speaking of dark magic, let's see if we can't get this bad boy out of here. Huh? Huh? I'm no voodoo king, but, I thought that was pretty good magic. Now, right out of the bat, look at this. Head is nice and stiff, not rolling around. He does have a cool necklace. Everything about this just kind of goes voodoo. Now, listening to Charles Wright, I believe is his real name, he was not a fan of this character. Still did a really good job, but not his. It's not really up his alley. He said he's more of a, The Godfather was more his thing. That was more of what he liked. So, unfortunately, though, in 1992, you were not getting away with that character. So, a lot of attention to detail in this. A lot of attention to those tattoos. I really like how the white face paint really pops because of the darkness of everything else. Really honing in on that villain. I'll show a picture of that villain so you can kind of draw a comparison. Now, you also have this cool top hat that it comes with. And he would bring this down with him and he would shake it at people. And his eyes would roll back in the back of his head. And this is what he would use to kind of like get the curse going, I guess. But having a hard time getting it in here. Got the little voodoo skull going. Now, to finish off the rest of the entrance, you have this cool cape. Now, number one, you have that cape right there, but as you turn around on the back, he has that metallic looking part, and you can see where it has the little fringes, just giving a little bit more of that, authenticness, making it look more like Papa Shango that you saw as he was coming down to the ring. They have done a really good job of recreating what Papa Shango looked like as he was performing in 1992. So really good attention to detail. I like the Papa Shango a little bit more than the actual Ultimate Warrior. Maybe it's because we've had so many Ultimate Warriors, but this Papa Shango is very, very good. Now, let's look at the different heads. This one, he has a stoic head. Oop. This one, he has a head where he's kind of, you can't really see it, but his eyes are rolling in the back of his head. This one has more of a, not quite yelling, but, has his mouth open. He has his open fist. Then he actually has closed fisted hands right here, as you can see. And then I guess this is to try to show off, doing like spells or something like that. And he does have a tattoo on his hand. So every hand that it comes out has a tattoo of a spider right there in between his thumb and his pointing finger. But to me, this hand sculpt, and maybe I'm right, looks more like when Seth Rollins is coming down the entranceway, how he does his thing as he's like conducting the music. It looks like they reused these and they just painted them the darker color. So I guess, getting the most out of your molds, not a bad idea. So This has been my review of the Ultimate Warrior and Papa Shango, bobblehead Ultimate Warrior and Papa Shango. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Did you buy this set? And if you have, did you open it up and have the same issues that I'm having? If not, good to you. That's great. I'm glad to hear that because I don't want anybody to have a figure that they're disappointed with, you know? So this has been my review. Out of the two, I would say, hands down, got to go Papa Shango. Look at all that detail. Look at all that special love. You don't get a whole lot of Papa Shango, so when you have the opportunity, I'd jump on it. But because he didn't change very often, I don't think I'll have to get another Papa Shango. So this Ultimate Edition, Papa Shango wise, going to be one and done. So thank you for that, Mattel. This has been my review. Please like, comment, subscribe. Have a great night. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to others. And I can't wait until I see you next time. Have a good day.